All right, so we're going to plug -3 in. What's going to happen since there's already a negative in the formula there? Makes it a +3 plus or minus. All right, what is -3 squared? If you do this, -3 squared in your calculator is going to tell you -9. If you do this, -3 squared in parentheses, it's going to say +9. Which way is right? Parentheses. So that's a +9 right there, not a negative. -4 times 2 times -9. The bottom is 2 times 2, which is 4. Okay, so I know some of you guys like to type the whole thing in your calculator. Okay, I'm against that for one reason. A lot of our problems are going to be imaginary numbers, maybe not this one, but when it's an imaginary number, your calculator is going to say error. So the way I'm going to show you how to do it is the way I would rather you do it so you won't mess up when it's an imaginary number. I say let's just plug that in. What's up under the square root symbol? Don't plug in the square root, because again, if it's a negative, it's going to say domain error. So let's see what we get. 9 minus 4. What'd y'all get?
81.
All right, Drew says 81. Now what's the square root of 81 going to change to? So this is what you need to write down. 3 plus or minus 9 over 4. Okay, so how many answers are we going to find again on this? 2. How do I find both answers using this? Okay, good. You got a plus and a minus, right? So the first time, let's plug it in the calculator. Let's use the plus. I got 3 plus 9 on top, 4 on the bottom. 3 plus 9 over 4 is, I got 3. First answer is 3. All right. Second time, you'll do 3 minus 9 on top over 4. I did too. I'm just going to leave mine -3 over 2. Jaden, since I'm not graphing it, I don't have to make it a decimal. I can leave it like that.
Are we allowed to then?
Yep. All right, so my way is 1, 2, 3 steps. Okay, I wish you would do it this way. Now, if you want to do it on the calculator and it's an imaginary number, then you've got to learn how to do it on your own. So I'm going to show it this way. All right, so 9 is a pretty easy one. I think this is mainly what y'all focused on last year. So I'm going to give you one more easy one before we do some harder ones. Whoops. Let's go to 12. Do 12 the same way we did 9. Jared, put that up for me. Show me what you got. All right, good. Let's type out there. 21 minus 4 times 2 times 21. 289. Okay, so got it set up with all the numbers in the formula. Jaden typed it in. He got square root of 289. Now somebody find that square root for me. 17. I might need to add that on the board so we don't have to. All right, so that turns into a 17. Okay, well now finish it out. Find both answers. First use the plus, then use the minus. mess up? All right, so on the top, I got -11 plus 17. I got 3/2. What'd y'all get on bottom? -7. Everybody get -7? Okay. All right, so again, those are the ones you're supposed to already know how to do. All right, anybody have a question on 12? All right, so next, we're going to jump to the bottom, I believe. We're going to do 16 through 20. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. I'll tell you what, before we do that, let's do number 10. Before we do that, let's go to number 10. And then we'll do those last 5. So if you want to work ahead, you can. Number 10 says a squared, I'm going to move that over, so it's a squared minus 6a equals 0. Okay, what is different about this one? No last number, right? So which one's missing, the A, the B, or the C? All right, so what are we going to plug in for C this time? 0. All right, good, try. Now, the fastest way to do this problem would be just to factor it out the way we did first. We got back after Christmas. But you need to know how to do this by quadratic formula anyway, so we'll do one. So plug a 0 in on this one. Let's see what we get.
Does it matter that it's a negative number inside of the square root?
Yes, it shouldn't be a negative number.
-36.
I got positive 30.
Now, we'll have one in a minute, Drew, that's negative, but this one shouldn't be negative. All right, so what did y'all get? Y'all said y'all got positive 36 right here? Oh, I see. I got it, Drew. -6 squared is a positive 36. Remember, that's what I showed you a minute ago. You got to have parentheses around it when you square it. All right, so we got positive 36, which changes to what? All right, good. I'll stop and let y'all finish it up, find both answers. Okay, this one was easy. All right, first answer, when you add it, what'd y'all get? 6. Second answer, what'd y'all get? 6 and 0. All right, so we're good there. So now we'll move down. We'll do 16 through 20. And this is where we're going to get into some stuff that most of you probably remember. Some of you might have forgot how to do 16. All right, so something's missing on 16. Which one, the A, the B, or the C? How do y'all know B's missing? Because there's no x, right? X squared's in the first spot, then the x, then the number without an x. So we are missing the b. So you're going to plug in 0 here and here this time. All right, try it. Kylie says, can we factor that? Well, that's the problem with this one. It will not factor. So you have to do quadratic formula. If you want to on a test, I don't care.
Okay, I was making sure that we wouldn't get.
No, I'm not going to mark off. If it's an easy one to factor, just go ahead and factor it. But a lot of them are not going to factor, which is why we're going over quadratic formula. This one will not factor, which probably means you're going to have another I in your answer. All right, so it looks like on number 19, when y'all typed your numbers in, you got -20, so that's going to be I root 20. Bring the negative out, it's an I. Now we've got to break down 20 on your calculator. What do you say? 2 root 5, that's correct. All right, see if y'all can finish it out. 20 breaks down into 2 root 5. If I need to come show your calculator method to you, I'll show it to you. -2 plus or minus 2I root 5 over 4. What's the last step? Simplify. Divide, divide, divide. -1 plus or minus 1I root 5 over 2. And I'm going to guess 20 is pretty similar. All right, let's see what y'all got on the last one, 20. All right, so I got 17 plus or minus, I got 17 squared, y'all said was 289. Plus over 10. All right, somebody give me the number that's going to be right here. All right, y'all are saying 369. All right, I'm going to guess that will simplify some. What does it simplify into?
341.
Y'all said 341. So 3 root 41 over 10. Now, normally I can divide them all by 2. How about on this one? Nope. So I leave it, and I'm good. All right, let's go to 13. 13, I got x to the third plus 2x squared minus 15x equals 0. All right, look at this one.
You have to divide it by x.
How many answers, Drew, will we have on this problem?
3.
All right, this time we got 3. Drew is absolutely right. He said divide it by x. What's he talking about? Every number has an x in common. Y'all agree? When that happens, pull out an x. So that gives me x squared plus 2x minus 15 equals 0. Okay, write it down. This is how you have to do one that's got an x3. Well, on the back of this paper, there's a lot of them with x3s. We'll do them a different way. But if it's got a variable in common, bring an x out front. All right, so this x that's out front, that's x equals 0. How do we find the remaining answers with what's left over inside parentheses? You can do quadratic formula, or you can factor it. Kylie wants to factor so bad. We'll let her factor this one for us, Kylie. What factors can I use to give me 15?
X minus 3 and x plus 5.
I agree. Everybody understand where she got that from? Now, hey, you don't have to do it this way. If you want to keep doing quadratic formula, go ahead. This is just faster. So this answer, if I move positive 5 over, is -5. This answer is positive 3. So you had to find 3 answers. 1, 2, 3.
How do you get the
All right, let me show you, Lane.
-5 and 3?
All right, Lane, look. These two have to multiply to equal -15. And when you add them up, they got to equal 2. Now remember, if your second sign's a minus, signs have to be different. And the only way we can get 2, Lane, is if I had a positive 5 here and a -3 there. That's the only way to give me positive 2, if I add them up.
Okay, so that was their,
So they multiply to give you 15, they add to give you 2. And again, if you don't want to do it that way, just keep doing quadratic formula. Doesn't matter.
I got where you got the numbers put in the factors, I just didn't get it how you got the -5 and
Okay.
positive 3.
So that is how you do one like number 13. All right, let's go to 14. Yeah, that's what I did, guys. I skipped a step. Right here, I had x plus 5 equals 0, and I had x minus 3 equals 0. And I just moved them over. That's how I got these answers. I skipped that. All right, nobody ever misses that one on the next test. Now, a lot of kids miss 14. x4 minus 5x squared minus 36 equals 0. How many answers should we have? 4. Now, the only way you can do this one, we can't do quadratic formula. How come? You got to have an x squared to do a quadratic formula. Can I take out an x on this one? No. Guys, the only way you can do this one is by factoring. So we're going to have to factor a little bit. All right, and I'm going to get you guys to help me do something. Factors of 36. Let's write them down. 1 times 36, what else? 2 times 18. 3 times 12. Give me another one. 4 times 9 and 6 times 6. Okay. There is a way you can bring this up on your calculator. Does anybody remember how? I think we hit y equals. Okay, that's it. Everybody hit y equals. All right, then you type in 36 divided by x. 36 divided by x, and we hit, no, we don't hit graph, we hit, okay.
Second table.
Yeah, y'all look at the blue table right above graph. It says table. Hit second table, and it gives you this in table form. I'm sure they showed y'all that last year, right?
I think our teachers have been.
So that will always give you, there's no excuse now not being able to factor because the calculator shows you all the factors. All right, so out of these 5 options, which ones can I subtract and get -5? 4 and 9. So I got x squared minus 9x squared plus 4. Wait a minute, why do I have x squared and x squared? Because when you times them, you got to get 4. What if it was x to the 12th power in the front? x6 and x6, right? And so on. Okay, so we've got to get 4 answers. How many answers are we going to find from this parenthesis? 2. How about this one? 2. All right, here we go. We got x squared equals positive 9 because I'm moving -9 over across the equal sign.
Plus or minus 3.
Good. Drew said plus or minus 3, positive 3 and -3. Anybody got a question how Drew did that? He just took a square root. All right, how about on the other one? Move your 4 over, we get -4. What you got on this one when you take a square root? Plus or minus what?
I
2i. Why is it an I on this one? Because it's negative. So this one will be positive 2i and negative 2i. All right, so a lot of kids always miss these on tests. So we would definitely have to work on this for several days. Our test is like next Thursday on this. But y'all got to learn how to do that. Now, I'm guessing y'all did not do that last year.
we did.
I didn't.
All right, so let me give you another one of these. I don't think the next one is like that. No, I'm going to give you another one. We got plenty of time. All right, we'll just write 14. You can write it at the bottom or at the top. Let's go x4 plus 5x squared minus 24 equals 0. All right, try that one.